PHPRunner, like a bridge, silent architect, building up the future where the code once wrecked. A painter with no brush, yet it paints with ease. A symphony of data, flowing like the breeze. The canvas is bare, but it calls your name. Come and create, you're not the same. No need to fight, no tangled threads. Just weave the web where logic treads. A click of choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHPRunner guides you to the light. From grids to charts, from lists to views, turns the complex into simple cues. No more struggle with code, so rare, invisible now, but everywhere. For the dreamer, the artist, the coder too, PHPRunner whispers, your vision's true. No more wrestling with the syntax maze, just create and let the platform blaze. Or click a choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHPRunner guides you to the light. For the novice or expert to see, a world of apps is now set free. A tool of magic, simplicity crowned, where beauty and data are found. For the novice or expert you'll see, a world of apps is now set free. A tool of magic, simplicity crowned, where beauty and data are found. Click a choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHPRunner guides you to the light. Yeah, PHPRunner guides you to the light. In a world where your dreams take flight. Yeah. In a world where your dreams take flight.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. Welcome to live stream 15 here on PHPRunner Tips and Tricks. I want to remind you that you can become a member for as little as $1 per month, which will support me and help the channel going. With that being said, I just want to thank everybody that has joined, and it really means a lot. Thank you very much. Okay, today we will look at a potential approach to a recently visited pages menu item. The idea is that the system will keep track of all the pages you visited in the application per user and populate a menu item as you work through the day. So your recently visited pages will be in one underneath one menu item, and that will be different for every user because every user doesn't visit the same pages. This is just an example. I have done this in a real world scenario as well. And the application is actually working well. So this is just going to be a quick how can we go about something like this. As always, I'm going to start the presentation and I will review the chat afterwards. It's just easier for me. If you have any questions in between, please just leave them in the chat. I will read each and every one of them, and I will address those once I've finished the entire presentation. Okay, let's start then. Okay, here we have a project, and I use a table called user list page, or last page, user last page. That's going to keep track of the last page the user visited. You only need to visit the page, but before I get to the code, I think I must just show you quickly how this actually works. So let me build the project. And I'm gonna view it in browser. I have to sign on. This project is called Visited Pages for that reason. Okay, okay, I have this additional security on my computer. Alright. The menu items is the normal pages at the moment, because we don't have any history of pages visited as of yet. This is the page, the table. I brought it into the project just so we can see what's happening in the actual table. What's happening, you will see that user last page is just the table that I'm storing the history in, and that's not necessary for this project. It's just, you can see it's currently empty. It's just so we can see what's happening as the user go and visit some pages. So let's open up the orders page. Now this is just me visiting the page. I'm not doing anything on the page currently. And if I go back to the user list page, you will see there's now one record in this table. I visit the orders. The page name was orders, and the page type was list. And I have now a new menu item that was not here before, but now it is. It's called recently visited. So this table obviously now has a lot to do with this menu item, how it actually works. So there's also a lot of I have this occurrences over here. Let's just open up. You see the menu item is there, order list page, which if I click it, it will take me back straight to the page I visited not too long ago. But now, this is the second time that I'm visiting this page. So if we go back into, you will see the occurrences is now 2. I already visited this page twice for this date. And this is how it basically works. So let's just do a search here quickly. And let's just search for John or something. I'm going to search, and now if I go and see what happened in the table, you will see that this in the URL palms field is now extra stuff, QS equals John. So if I now open up my recently visited pages and I go to the same page I just left, because it's here in the recently visited, it will take me exactly back to the search I was doing on the list page of this order table. So this is what I'm trying to demonstrate. So if I clear it and I go back to the table again, you can see, oh, okay, now the URL palms is something different. It is a equals show all, and I already visited this page now 6 times, so it's a very popular page, and I actually sort according to occurrences as well. So let's just open up let's open up customers. Now customers have 2 tabs, but because I'm not doing anything, you will see that I open up the customers and I visit it once, and there's no URL prompts because I didn't do anything. But if I open up the second tab and just go to orders and maybe see what's in the customer list page, where is it going to take me to? It's going to take me to that second tab that I visited when I was on the page, like you can see right here. So it remembers where I was last using this URL prompts, a combination of the page name, the type, and all of that. So this is basically how this works. Now this is a small project, it's really not needed, but I've seen project with many menu items, and they wanted this recently visited option to actually just quickly jump back to where you want to be. So there is a better way to name the tables as well. I don't know, if you have questions, let me know. I will read them just now. But that in a nutshell is what I wanted to show. So I'm going to delete all of these, and if I delete it from the table, my menu item also disappear, because I don't have any history now of visited pages. That's as simple as that. Okay, so let's see how this code works. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to my event page, and if you know me by now, I'm a huge fan of functions. So on the after application initialized event, I want to introduce you to this function over here. Get this page name type. It's a function written by me, and that's why it's probably, you can name it better. Okay, I changed it a little bit. I actually added a second function which I will show you just now. It takes three parameters. It's just PHP self. I have some comments over here. PHP self, the value, query string. That's just it's basically the everything. If you look at any URL, it's the the parameters in the URL, and then track usage is just true or false. And when that's true, it will call a second function that will add stuff to the database. If it's not true, if it's false, it will not track anything in that database table that I showed you earlier on. So I hope you can see the function. I know it's not fitting on the screen fully right now, so I will scroll down so you can hopefully see. I'm also not really going to explain it now. If you want me to explain it, just let me know, and I will really explain to you how this works. But it's right now, for now, you can just copy the function that ends right here at line 47, and you can just paste it into your after application initialized event. Here is the second function that if that statement is true, track usage. This is the function that I have. Now here you can use your own logic. I just use my logic over here, where I basically first see if the record exists, and then I will increment occurrences with 1. And if the record does not exist in my else, I will just insert a new record and make occurrences hard-coded to 1. And it's really as simple as that. This function doesn't do anything else. It as straightforward as can be. So I don't know what's the best way to share these functions with people. I must probably create a website where I can paste the code, and you will be able to go and copy paste it from there, because I realize this is a lot to type, and just one small typing error will. Now, how do you use this function? You go to the before display event of the page you want to use it, and you just this function, you just paste it like here. Now this function does also not only add stuff into the database table, it actually return an array with the values as well. So I'm not using the array at the moment, so I'm calling the function, and this page prop array that I have now here is unused. But for future projects where you need to know which page you are on, and maybe what is the query string or whatever, your page or your page type, that you can now get from this variable over here. And then the last step is we need to create a menu. Now this modify menu function over here is deprecated, so don't use that. We use the new one, modify menu. So modify menu is I'm just add a group, and recently visited, call it that, but it was supposed to be pages, so I'll just rename it quickly. And then the user data is just from the security API. See who's the user currently signed on, and I will do a query. Select all from that table where the user ID is equal to that, and I order it by occurrences, and I do it in a descending format. So the most used page will be on top, basically. I then construct a URL here by just simply concatenating some data, and then I use the menu add URL PHPRunner function to give it a name, a URL, and this URL I just created up in the line above, and group ID comes from the group, so it knows to add this menu item to this new group. So let's save and build the project again, because I renamed the actual menu item, or the group item. It's a group item. And let's see. Okay, I'm still signed on. Now let's go to orders, and just wonder why. Okay, if I open up last page, there I visited orders once. Okay, and there I already have. Now you will see it's renamed to recently visited pages, and here the query actually populate this menu items for us. The dashboard is an interesting page because you actually visit the dashboard itself, as well as each and every one of these pages. And you will see that order details, if I now go back to user list pages, you will see that order details are actually visited now because I open up the dashboard, but there's no menu item here for order details only. Order details is underneath or dependent on order, so the order details page is here. And if I now go and open up order details like this, you will notice that if I go to visit pages or order details, and this is this order details, but if let's look in the table quickly and look at this master key and all things suddenly in the URL palms. So what is this thing is going to do now? It will take me back to the order details master list page. So that is what this is the idea. It's really a nice functionality to have in a huge project, especially on a huge project where people where the menu is crazy and they want to know the last recently visited pages show up. And you can now become, you can now be creative and name these menu items differently. I was just creating something quick, and you can also go and clear the table when the date, or just change your query, change your query and say, okay, I don't want to have yesterday's visited pages, or maybe I want to, it's all up to you. Do you want to include it in your query or not? So that's basically everything from my side. Any questions? Let's quickly see in the chat what's going on in the chat. Okay, let me see the chat. Where is the chat now? Any comments in the chat? Anybody who wants to ask something or say something, or you want me to repeat some stuff or anything, just let me know. I know the chat is a little bit delayed for me, so I'll wait a few seconds. What do you guys think? Was it something like this useful? It's useful in huge project where there's many pages, Yeah, you can possibly use that information stored in the table to see if your users are actually who's just working and who's working less. Let's just put it like that. I don't know. You can probably use that was not the point of this, but you can use that information in other ways also, I'm sure. It's the beauty of PHPRunner is like you can do what you want to do, you don't have to create those functions. But that's the way I want to do it. So it's my how I want to do stuff. You don't have to do it like that. You can do it your own way, and PHPRunner will be able to cope with it 100%. Yeah. Okay, then if there's no any other questions, then I will end it here. Thank you very much for watching. May you have a wonderful rest of your day. Till next time. Bye-bye.